I mean it. I can't wait till we get to do it again with this crew coming up. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Really rejuvenating baseball. So baseball's been down a lot of places, and we've been one of those places. Those guys are really starting to, bring it back to life. It's a lot of fun to be a part of. So one major brag almost made me teary-eyed. Not really. I'm not a big teary-eyed guy. During our tournament, it's a lot of work on a lot of people, and part of that work is getting field ready between games, keeping on schedule. And these guys, I couldn't even look up to the press box where most of them were sitting because they're all coming through the gate already with a rake in their hand or, taking a base out, plugging it. They worked really hard. After the season, I went to junior high was over first. I said, hey, let's go to the field. Let's clean up our stuff. Well, guess what? They already did it. We didn't have anything to do. They already cleaned the press box out. They already cleaned the, whatever we call it, the dressing room out. We don't have a Sally. We need a name for it. Anyways, they'd already done those things. So the junior high guys, they maybe picked up a couple things of trash and we're done. So nobody told those guys to do that. And I really determined then throughout that tournament, and those guys working hard all day, 3 days in a row. Last day being bad weather, everybody showed up, worked hard, did those things without being asked. That's how I knew our culture is finally coming to life. These guys were where we want them to be. So we had two seniors, Seth and Jacob. They were a big part of our team. We play with 9 guys a lot of times. Those guys, man, they were fun to be around. All the kids were fun to be around. Jacob got to endure the co-op deal for a year or two, and he knows what that was like. So, he really brought life to us, knowing, hey, we don't want to do that. This is where we want to be. We want to be Arnett Wildcats, and let's go get them. So, we'll miss those guys tremendously, but we're going to move on and hopefully keep that culture going. Those guys helped build it. So, I want to hand out some awards. Then I'll have a few thank yous, and we'll hand off the next guy. Let's start with our Pitcher of the Year. Pitcher of the Year, just like I said, it took a lot of guys. This guy, he got his number called in tough spots a lot, and he got to strike out a Division I baseball player. So we're going to give that one to Sean Sanchez. Next one's going to be a defensive MVP. And I'll say, this was a hard year for me to give out awards. Nobody stuck out to where, this kid was just way better. It was like, man, everybody got so much better. And we had a lot of guys doing some good things. But one play in my head right now sticks out to this kid. Is in the fall at Fort Cobb. Kid from Cement, we're about to run roll him. Kid hits a long fly ball to center field, and this guy runs, seems like 300 feet. Easy play. And that's not a big deal most places, but it is to us. I mean, it just looked natural. He was just a solid defender, communicator, did a lot of things right when we do pickoff plays and stuff like that. So defensive MVP is going to be Ryan Elder. I don't know if this guy's here, but we're gonna pretend anyways. Offensive MVP. Probably a guy we leaned on a lot as a hitter. Came up with a lot of big hits, drove in a lot of runs for us. Was a guy we wanted at the plate when we needed a hit or needed a run scored. And there's really nothing else to say about that. But offensive MVP is going to be Cannon Harder. I don't know if this guy's here either, but we're going to try. Our most improved baseball player. This was the hardest one. I thought about this more than I should have. Most improved baseball player could have went to probably everybody on our team. Everybody improved so much, learned how to do a lot of things, have good at bats, where to throw the baseball, where to stand, all these things. There's a million things to talk about all the time. This guy, I feel like he's most improved because he had his struggles early, kept fighting those struggles, took some hard coaching for a while. Probably didn't like either one of us for quite a while, but took all those things, and by the end of the spring, man, he was a really good player. He played a lot of positions. He didn't just play one. He was one of those pitchers. He played some outfield. He caught a lot for us. Improved as a hitter tremendously. Showed a lot of struggles there early. At the end of the year, man, he got quite a few hits. And that is going to be Trenton Haney. What'd she say? He's umpire. Trenton.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to give out some thank yous, and I'll let somebody else get up here. Number one, I want to thank Coach Kibbe. He's been a really good assistant to me and really good for our baseball program. We can split up and we can say, all right, Coach Kibbe's working on this, come up with great ideas. Yeah, let's try that. Let's kind of mix it up a little bit. Send him out there, and I can trust everything he does. And he's probably talked me off the ledge quite a few times in the dugout. Been a lot of help for me, a lot of fun to be around, and I really appreciate Coach Kibbe. We had lots of parents. I can thank Kayla for one, and maybe she had some help too. At Fort Cobb, 3 hours from the house, she had sandwiches for the boys. Couldn't wait to feed them after our first game. Nobody asked any help out of anyone. So she said, hey, I brought you stuff. Nobody asked her to bring that stuff. Kendra and a bunch of the other ladies, the Booster Club probably had us bottled water, snacks, all kinds of things throughout the year. Something I take for granted is our administration. They kind of let us do our thing. There are places where they're like, well, why do you guys need to get out from school 10 minutes early? You need to stay. And then you're 30 minutes late because you got to fight the traffic or whatever. Our administration really supports our athletics. Unless we're doing something idiotic, they don't say a word. They just support us and let us go on. So that's something I really do take for granted is our administration. And my wife, for supporting us, she took care of us. She really takes care of me on game days. And she throws a heck of a party when we get to have our team cookout. So she's always got something lined up for us. So that's our thanks. We had a great year of baseball. Thanks for letting me stand up here and ramble on. It's somebody else's turn.
Take turns.
All right. He told me he wasn't going to talk very long. Felt like that went a lot longer than what I'm going to go. So, I'm happy to be home. Right? For most of you that should know that, but I graduated from here, so this. Guess I'm not talking. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. This has been very exciting for me. It's been equally exciting for Coach Friesen.
I don't think so.
I don't think this is on. All right. Anyway, as much as basketball, I was excited to be around baseball. And that was a lot of fun. Fall baseball is where it's at, if you guys don't know. Weather's great. I enjoyed Coach Bertram the whole time. For basketball, I'll start with junior high. I don't think we were ever the oldest team on the floor. I mean, we didn't get to play our freshmen very often. We had lots of 7th and 8th graders that grew a lot. 7th graders that had to do a ton that they probably, at most schools, they don't have to do. And we got better. We got better every game. We won some games in some tournaments. Won a big game at Buffalo, which I have them do this little deal where they fill out kind of where the season, what was their favorite part. I think everybody except for Nick's was beating Buffalo at Sharon Mutual. Nick's was dunking in the warm-ups. But everybody else's was. We lost a bunch of guys. Had some guys foul out. 7th graders had to finish the game, basically. And we hit free throws, handled the basketball, did a really good job. I mean, if you see us come out with just 7th grade, I mean, we're very young, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. For high school, I think we were a shot away from winning a lot more games. Played some of our best basketball in December, and had a tough break on a buzzer beater, and it kind of flipped our season a little bit. But we came back strong. We lose in double overtime in the district tournament with probably one of the best atmospheres that I've been around in high school. I mean, it was really, the fans come out, supported us really well. They've worked hard. We finished the year, or finished tons of games, sometimes with 3 players, sometimes with 4, but very seldom did we finish with 5, it felt like. But I had many people come up to me. We had a game at Fort Supply, and I don't know, I couldn't get through the hallway to the locker room because so many people were just telling me how proud of the boys they were because of how hard they worked with 4 and 3 and whatever it took, and everybody off the bench. I mean, that means a lot to me. That means our culture is there. That means what we're doing is working, and what the kids are doing is working. Basketball kind of, I mean, we're going to win games. We're going to get better, but that culture part of it is very important to me. And I've been gone. I had some struggles in the fall, some personal things that I had to be gone here and there. And I'd have Coach Bertram or Coach Royal take over practice and all that. You don't have to tell them anything. They've got their routine. They've got an hour and 15 minutes of stuff, and nobody's got to tell them to work. They get there and they do it. And that means a lot to me. The maturity of the group that we work through most of the year is there, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for these guys. Without that being said, I'll go to my awards. Yeah, I've got a Hustle Award. I don't think this guy's here. But the biggest thing about this was I could go back to, I didn't have to tell him to work hard very often, but the main thing was there's a play at Shattuck where we're pressing. He goes for a steal, misses it, runs 15 feet out of bounds, beats everybody else up the floor, and tips the ball out of bounds, saves a layup. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. But the Hustle Award is Trent Haney. I've got 2 more, and either one of these could have went, and they could have went both ways. Both these guys were instrumental in our team. I've got a Most Rebounds Award, and that's super important, especially with us. We're usually pretty small, maybe not as athletic as some people, and we really got to work hard at it. That's Merced Sanchez. Our MVP is, not only did he do a lot of scoring for us, but probably more importantly, he was maybe our best defender most of the time, one of our better rebounders, and was always the smallest guy on the floor. So our most valuable player is Ryan Elder. Thank you. We want to hand this down.
Fine, it's fine. Okay. All right, so they told me to talk about softball, and I promised to get to that quickly. But first and foremost, I just want to take a minute to tell everyone what an honor it's been to be in this community, in this school this year. Just really, I've had a great time, and I've had a lot of fun with the girls. I've had a lot of fun with my coworkers, and it's really just been a fantastic year. And I thank you all for having me here. It's been a real pleasure. I want to first of all thank our administration. Like Bill said to start, man, I don't know that I've been anywhere where we just get the reins. they hired us to do the job and they think we know best. So they let us go with it and do what we think is best in terms of our program, and I appreciate that so very much. The Booster Club was fantastic in keeping us fed, keeping us watered, all the things on several occasions. We have fantastic mothers. They also did the same thing all the time. We couldn't have asked for more. Honestly, they had sandwiches, they had protein bowls, they had all the things that we really got to enjoy. So, great group of girls raised by great parents. So we appreciate that very much as well. Also, great big thank you to my assistant coach, Ross Royal. Anything good that happened at the softball field was a product of him. He really worked hard to keep that field in shape and to keep these girls motivated, and he is a great asset to this program. Also to my husband, Mark, who puts up with a lot. He gets the brunt end of the deal oftentimes, but he's always there, so that's nice. Okay, let's talk about softball. First of all, junior high softball girls. If you played junior high softball, stand up, please. Okay, now, don't stay standing. I don't know if you know a whole lot about softball, but at the least it takes 9 girls to play it. There's 6 standing right now, okay? Thank you, girls. You can be seated. That is something that these girls overcame this entire season. And dadgummit, they showed up. You know what? We really wanted our freshmen to get to play. Oftentimes they didn't because we didn't have enough. We had 2 of them. So we had to pull 6th graders who were just at the mercy of, I didn't even get to work with them. They just got thrown on the field and yelled at most of the time. So, props to them for showing up, because dang it, they did. And the ones that I had worked hard. And I'll be real honest, I probably do things a little backwards than most people, but I don't keep a junior high record, and I do it on purpose. Because to me, wins and losses in junior high means absolutely nothing. I don't care. What I care about is that they're getting the fundamentals that they need and the knowledge of the game that they need to go be successful at the next level. I don't know what the record was, don't care, but I can tell you this, they got a dang lot better. They showed up, they worked hard, their skills got better, their knowledge of the game got better, and by the end of the year we could function, dang it. We could beat some people. So, and that's with 8, maybe 9 players in slow pitch. So I don't think there was a single day where we fielded the team took the field with enough players to legally play softball, but they showed up, they worked hard, and they beat some people. So I look forward to watching the future of Arnett softball because they're going to show up. So I'm proud of them for that. Fast pitch. Let's talk about fast pitch first. These girls were 24-12 in their fast pitch season, high school. They were the Panhandle Shootout Tournament champions. They made it to the championship of the Fairview Tournament, which got rained out. And I don't think they wanted to play us very bad because they wouldn't reschedule. Anyway, they were district champions as well. Postseason awards, we had 2 all-region honors. Sarah Whalen was all-region catcher, and Jenna Thomas was an all-region corner infielder. Also, Jenna got her first academic all-state award in fast pitch for her 28 on her ACT, and she signed a letter of intent to go play college softball at Northern Oklahoma College in Enid. So, some good awards there. Here's another place where I'm probably kind of funny. I don't like individual awards. I don't do much of it. I did for this occasion because it's what we do, but to me, individual awards in a team setting seem really irrelevant. Because I don't care how many people you strike out, I don't care how many catches you make, I don't care how many home runs you hit. If there's not 8 other girls out there, you can't do it. So, they are fantastic, and we want to have 9 and 10 because of the 9 and 8 other girls on that field. So we're very proud of them, but I'm very proud of all of them. So that being said, the first award we are going to hand out is for the highest batting average at 462, which also leads into the most hits with the same girl at 48, who just so happened to be our pitcher, with 165 and 2/3 inning pitched, 3,158 total pitches, which is a lot, 212 strikeouts, and a 2.915 ERA, Landry Bayless. Most RBIs and the home run leader in fast pitch with 39 RBIs and 9 home runs, Jenna Thomas. And then our highest fielding percentage with 33 total chances, 30 putouts, 3 assists, and 0 errors. 1,000 fielding percentage, Ashton Southers. Okay, we will switch the page here to slow pitch. 23 and 13 was their overall record. They were the Fort Cobb tournament runner-up, the Arapahoe tournament runner-up, district champions, regional champions, which was covered up in green and really nice, and a state semifinalist. What a season. It was a good one. Dang, it was fun. It was fun. Postseason awards, we had 2 All-State selections, which just recently came out last Friday. Those 2 All-Staters were Jenna Thomas and Anna Santana. Yes. And another notable selection was Sarah Whalen, who was an All-State alternate. Jenna racked up another academic All-State with that standing 28. Beauty, brains, and skill. We love it. And then we had 4 girls that were selected for the Leland Williams Memorial All-Star Classic. That was Jenna, Anna, Sarah, and Ashton. So those 4 girls get to go play next Tuesday in Hobart. And then hopefully tomorrow or the next day, hopefully we'll have some Classic Bowl, some seniors get to go play Classic Bowl. But those aren't out yet. We don't know about that. Awards for slow pitch. Highest batting average of 630, home run leader with 16, and the most hits with 80, Landry Bayless. Most RBIs. Do we know what RBIs are?
Yes.
What is it? Lauren?
It's where, guys, let me talk. It's runs, yes, I know. But it moves people around the bases and gets them into home.
Proud of you. Proud of you. Gets them in home.
Yes,
Runs
I
better
learned.
than. Okay. 53 RBIs. Brianna Marinko. Highest fielding percentage, 78 total chances, 25 putouts, 51 assists with only 2 errors, 974 fielding average, with 193 innings pitched, 2,929 total pitches, Anna Hope Santana. a good time. And I think they were having a good time, but I think they needed to have a better time. And just the ability to be able to cut loose a little bit and, you know, not yuck up like silly, but dang it, have a good time, you know, with what we're doing. Do some little spinnies in the outfield so we can trip and fall over our feet. And, you know, that kind of thing. That was our good hitter, by the way. That was Landry. You know, just learning to cut loose and have a good time and create a culture like they talked about of wanting to be here and working hard and getting hooked up, knowing how serious it is and how good we want to do, but why not have a good time doing it? So, you know, by the end of our slow pitch season, I feel like they really kind of learned that lesson. You know, we talked about how it's never too late to have a good attitude and get hooked up and work hard. And you know, by the end of it, I feel like we got there. I feel like we were having a pretty good time and we were getting jacked up, ready to go, and still working hard and competing well, maybe even competing a little better. So I was dang sure proud of them for that they were willing to throw a little more into their game. So I was proud of them there. My last award that I'm going to give out is one that I'm calling the Wildcat Award. And bear with me. This is one that is going out to a young lady that always went above herself, that always put the team above herself. She was a young lady that played some, didn't play some, but was always willing to do anything I asked her to do. Whether it was shag balls, catch in, pinch hit, play outfield, play infield, you know, help Cassie get her catching gear on, whatever it was. Show up for a tournament, drive all night to go do an FFA thing, and then drive 2 hours back to make it for 2 innings of the championship game. She literally went the extra mile, literally, for her team. And very seldom will you come across a kid who truly values their team above themselves. And she showed up every day with a smile on her face and a great attitude. So my Wildcat Award goes to Allison Friesen. Again, I just want to say a special thank you to this community for allowing me to be a part of this. Fantastic year, fantastic kids, and I look forward to watching them in the future. Thanks.
Okay, before I start, I want to get the thank you stuff out of the way. I need to thank my mother-in-law and my wife. They followed me around for the last 31 years. Did everything I asked them to do, and I know they probably had other things to do. And that whole 31 years, no, Sue didn't have somebody in there, a grandkid or a kid, but she was right there with me and taking care of it. Lisa kept my books for 31 years. Only got one T. Thank God she only got one. But no, it has been fun, and I do appreciate everything you've done for me. I want to thank the kids. You guys, I mean, for 31 years, I've had kids show up, work hard every day. This group of girls this year is no different. You know, I've had 25, 6 years of girls basketball, and they show up, and they know know what they have to do. I did not realize that we didn't like Wednesday practice till just right here at the end of the year, so I would have changed it if you'd have said something. They just said something right, I think at the last Wednesday practice. So, no, we showed up, worked hard every day. Talk about culture. Our culture's been great for, we have an expectation. We show up and we take care of business, and we build something that the entire community, I feel like, and parents, students can all be proud of, and I appreciate that, because it's not easy to show up every day, and show up and give it everything you got. There are days you just don't feel good, you just don't want to go, you don't want to go do that. But our kids showed up every day. This group of seniors, I do have a note here somewhere. Here we go. This group of seniors that's graduating this year, I'm kind of a numbers freak, so sorry. But they had 263 wins in softball and basketball throughout their high school career. And they were also part of the only undefeated team that I ever had. You guys realize you had an undefeated season?
1-0 in 2020.
We were 2-0.
Yes.
2-0 in 2020 when they shut everything down. So, that is one other thing. This group of seniors missed an entire slow pitch season, and then the next year basketball, softball, we all went through the mess, and we came out of it and kept rolling. They won 87 basketball games in their career, 103 fast pitch games, and 73 slow pitch games. So that's pretty impressive for a 4-year stint. Now I'll get started with junior high basketball. We went 9-10. Had 2 freshmen, 2 8th graders, and a whole crew of 7th graders were sitting here staring at me. We started out really, really well, and then we ran into some bigger competition. We played a lot of 7th graders, and we played against a lot of freshmen. And there's a big difference between 7th graders and freshmen. And I'll say this, we showed up and worked every night. They showed up and worked at practice every day. We played with broken hands. We weren't afraid. We may not have been big enough to do anything about it, but we weren't afraid. We got better as the year went along, even if the record was going the wrong way. We got better, and we worked hard, and we showed up. We played hurt. We didn't have very many people, so you had to show up and play. How you feel today? Not very good. Well, good. Let's go. It just works that way, and I look forward to big things from these guys. They go spend a little time working at it. They're going to be all right, and I appreciate the effort we put into this year. And junior high girls, you're going to stand up real quick. That's your junior high basketball team this year. Okay, the high school girls. We didn't end like we wanted to end, obviously, but neither did 120 other teams. So, sometimes you don't get there, and I guess it has to be okay. We went 26-4. That's a pretty daggum. Last year we were 25-5. Had 2 really good years back to back. And really, the last 4 years have been pretty good. Really good year this year. We runner-up at Canton tournament. Got beat by Lomega. Won the Woodward tournament. Beat Laverne in the finals. Won the Shattuck tournament. Second final to Hooker. Beat Hooker, who was a 2A state qualifier. And then won the 270 conference championship. For the 2nd year in a row, so if you win that next next year, you get to keep that lovely trophy over here. So that's something to shoot for. Shoot for you underclassmen. And but no, we had a really good year. Beat a lot of good people. Just and I'm not. It didn't end bad. It just ended. Like I said, I couldn't be any more proud of them. They showed up, worked hard every day, and put in the time. And you don't go 26-4 and not show up and work every day. And I've got a few awards here. We're going to start with the best free throw percentage. And there are some rules for this. You can't be the best person on the team with a 50% free throw shooting. You've got to be over 70%, which we had 3 or 4 people over that this year. And our best free throw percentage goes to Anna Santana with 89.1%. When I started looking at all these, everything just kind of, sometimes I spend a lot of time really thinking about who's going to get this and who's going to get that, and they all just kind of, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, they all just kind of jumped out at me like, this is who should be that. And our most improved player, this was easy for me. She was one of our better players, but I thought she was so much better this year than she has been in the past. It's not saying she wasn't any good in the past. She just stepped up a lot more this year than she had in the past. And she improved that much, and that was Ashton Southern. Okay, the Hustle Awards, this goes to a person who is basically selfless. She showed up, said, I need you to do this today. She did it. I need you to start. She did it. She didn't complain. I need you to come off the bench. She did it. She didn't complain. And she played her rear off every game. She went out there and she worked hard. And I don't even know if she knew what I was talking about the first half of the season. Sometimes she'd look at me, and I'm sure she was in shock the first couple of times that she came to a huddle that were kind of loud. And, she showed up and did, it's probably not, I don't know how it is really, it's probably not easy coming to a different country and joining a basketball team that has a lot of expectations on them. And, if we could have ordered somebody, I don't think we would have. That's probably what we would have ordered. She showed up, and maybe Kendra ordered her, I don't know. Showed up, worked hard every day, did everything we asked of her. When she had questions, she asked questions. She wasn't afraid. There at the end of the season, I think she got a little nervous, but she showed up, worked hard, and gave it everything she had, and that's Alma. Okay, I've got one more award. I know there's 2 here. But it's most valuable player, and obviously there's probably 2 of those. And in our 270 conference voting, there was 1 point separating 1 and 2. And it was both of our players. And, I don't know, this year would have been way different without both of them. And, they showed up, they worked hard every day. They had a goal in mind, and Landry was the 270 conference MVP. Anna Hope was right behind, 1 point behind her. Anna Hope made All-State in OGBCA and OCA. both of them had great seasons. That's Anna Hope and Landry Bayless. Never quite sure what she's thinking. Neither is she. Okay, I do want to thank Ross. Yeah, sit down, man. The A-Town TV that he got going this year, and he spent a lot of time doing it. Had a lot of kids helping. It's turned out to be a really cool thing and a really great thing for our community and people who graduated here. I got messages all the time, hey, watch the game tonight. You know, Wiggles watches from St. Louis all the time. We made a little money this year. Robert Deering's, Robert watched almost all of our games on A-Town TV, and then they set up a fund at his funeral to donate to A-Town TV, and we'd make quite a bit of money on that. And, you know, that'll allow us to keep doing what he's doing, and then he sat next to me on the bench and kept me sane, I think. You know, there are times where he may be the most positive person I've ever been around, and that's good. That's good for me, especially. But no, I want to thank Bill and Josh for helping me out one Saturday when I didn't have anything to do. They ran over a shovel. Tore up the bus, it always broke down anyway. So. But no, like all you parents that get your kids everywhere, appreciate that. You know, you don't know how hard it is to get everything going the right direction and get everything done. And without everybody working on the same page, it's almost impossible. And I appreciate all of that. So thank you very much. And now we'll give out the letter A. Yeah, we'll start with the junior high girls. Jasmine Smith. Lauren Bayless. Lauren played fast pitch and slow pitch. Lola Coleman, fast pitch and slow pitch. Meredith Ross, slow pitch. Madison Haney, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Kenzie Hamill, slow pitch, and basketball. Raya Latta, slow pitch, fast pitch, and basketball. Brecklin Southers, slow pitch. Pretty sure you played fast pitch too, didn't you? You know?
No.
Yes.
Basketball. You did.
She might have.
It's just not on. Charity Albert, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Hadley Brooks, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Holly McCarter, fast pitch and slow pitch. Bella Booth, fast pitch and slow pitch. Abby Boyd, she's out mowing, slow pitch. In high school, Laney Longo, basketball. Al Moon, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Allison Friesen, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Anna Santana, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Ashton Southers, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. slow pitch, and basketball. Brianna Marinko, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Brianna Burton, fast pitch and slow pitch. Jassy Noriel, fast pitch and slow pitch. Jenna Knowles, fast pitch and slow pitch. Jenna Thomas, fast pitch and slow pitch. Landry P, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Landry Bayless, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Mikhail Hamill, fast pitch. Mackenzie Hamill, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. Sarah Whalen, fast pitch, slow pitch, and basketball. And Talara Brown, fast pitch and slow pitch. Junior high boys, Stanston Clark, baseball and basketball. Payne Strick, baseball and basketball. Jason West, baseball. Eli Kirkendall, baseball and basketball. John Campbell, baseball and basketball. Kate Brumley, baseball and basketball. Dyson Messer, baseball and basketball. Lincoln Coleman, baseball and basketball. Joaquin Sanchez, baseball and basketball. Nicholas Santana, baseball and basketball. Jalen Barrios, baseball and basketball. Chris Haney, baseball and basketball. Zach Garza, baseball and basketball. That's the junior high. High school boys. Stanston Clark, baseball and basketball. Baxter Brown, basketball. Cannon Harden, baseball. Jason West, baseball. Jacob Hiney, baseball. Lakeland West, baseball. Joaquin Sanchez, baseball and basketball. Merced Sanchez, baseball and basketball. Ryan Elder, baseball and basketball. Sean Sanchez, baseball and basketball. Seth Ballister, baseball and basketball. All right, we saved the best for last.
I'll tell you, I'd rather be anywhere than right here. But for cheerleading, I want to thank all these girls. They are the ones who put on homecoming and who make it fun for the kids. They are at those basketball games, cheering on those players and keeping that crowd pumped up. And it's really boring and quiet when they're not there. So, there's that. I would like to recognize Emma because she was picked as the honor squad for the Classic Bowl, so she will get to go cheer in 2 basketball games and a football game, which she's never done before. That's all I have, but I'm really proud of them. Thanks.
I don't have a speech or a sermon, so I'll be fast. But let's give it up for Coach Freeze and his retirement. Coming from all the kids and all of us teachers, we're happy to have you as the man in charge now. We love to call you Dad, as Bertram calls you. So just wanted to say what an honor it is. I mean, how many sports banquets have you been to? I mean, is it 31? You didn't miss any of them.
31.
How many basketball games did you miss?
How many basketball games did I miss? 2.
You missed 2 games in 31 years. Still a man. So, one more time. Give it up.
Ross didn't do it, I'll say. That's it for the year. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for a good crowd. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the Booster Club for working hard with us together. So, thanks, everyone.
Hey, good job.